Hi, I'm Oceana.
And I'm Meadow. And today we will be discussing what is a disciple and does it mean to be a disciple.
And the passages we will be looking in is Matthew 4:18 through 22.
Let's jump right in.
Meadow, you changed your shirt.
When did we change our clothes?
I have no idea.
Well, anyway, I will be reading a couple of verses first, and then we'll talk about it. And then Ocean will read a couple of verses, and then we'll talk about it. And before I begin, I know a lot of people that have grown up in church have read this passage before, but I really want you, hopefully, will think about new things, and hopefully you get something out of this. So let's just get started. As Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. "Come follow me," Jesus said, "and I will send you out to fish for people." At once they left their nets and followed him. That's just so cool that they left everything behind and followed Jesus. That takes courage. And Jesus also said, come follow me. And where was it?
I will send you to fish for people.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. He doesn't mean to take their gear with them and go cast out their nets and their fishing rods and catch people that way. That would probably hurt and be a little weird. Jesus is talking about being a disciple with him. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and these are just regular people like you and me, and they went out and shared the gospel. So I mean, we can too.
They were Jesus's first disciples, and they were just fishermen, like she said.
Yeah. Okay. Now these are the next disciples. Going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. They were in a boat with their father Zebedee, preparing their nets. Jesus called them, and immediately they left the boat and their father to follow him. Like, immediately just dropped everything and followed Jesus. That is just what stands out to me. They just immediately, with no hesitation at all.
No excuses, no nothing, no, hey, I need to put my gear up, or hey, I need to say bye to my father.
Just immediately left.
That's so cool.
Right?
So, what is a disciple? In my own words, a disciple is sharing the love of Christ with others, talking about the gospel, reaching out to people in need, and being there for them. And if they have any questions, just answer them to the best of your ability. And if you don't know, say, hey, let me read my Bible first and figure this out. Or, hey, I need to talk to my youth pastor or my parents. You have resources. You can take a break and say, hey, I need to really think about this.
And to build off what you think disciples are, because I have basically the same thing, is that they are really committed, like 100% in with God, and they are just willing to go out and spread the word of the gospel to everyone they meet. And that could be like scary for people to not be behind their phone. But you can also use, an example is you can use social media to post your daily verses, or find a passage that you really enjoy and just post it on there.
And before we go too deep into examples, I want to say first, before you can become a disciple, I feel like you need to build your relationship with God first, and so He can guide you through the leadership and being a disciple and everything. So now more examples would be getting an accountability group and talk about verses, or reading the verses, getting something out of the verses, and then talking and sharing about it with your group. And I think that would be helpful for me, because I haven't really been wanting to read my Bible lately, but since doing this, it's helped me realize, I can do this. I can build my relationship with God, and
yeah, and not just go through the motions. I read it, and then I forget it 20 seconds later because I didn't retain any information.
Right. So, being a light for others and lead by example, those are really good for being a disciple because people will probably ask questions of like, why are they so different? And you could tell them about God and how He guides you.
Yeah, like being a good example is a big thing because there's a lot of peer pressure of what the media is trying to do. They're trying to like be like, you can show up, but then when you're on your phone, you might be hateful or whatever, and that's like not good. That's not spreading goodness.
Another thing, another example is if you have a friend that doesn't know Jesus, you could ask them, hey, do you want to watch the midweek sermon with me and we can talk about it through FaceTime? Or, even watching these little videos and talking about them. That'd be a great way to share the gospel and the love of Christ with lost friends.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so.
Okay, well, thank you so much for watching.
I hope you got something out of it at least.
And we hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.